Hey guys, this is the real Spartan 9001 here, and I am back after a like a 4-day leave or something. And now we're back to the Let's Play Ratchet and Clank 2 Minimalist Run, and the camera's not cooperating with me. So yeah, in this episode we're in prison, and we need to escape. So
Hammerbot acquired. Use it to hammer objects.
even though that's not as loud as I kind of want it to be in the recording, because of the way I'm editing this downwards, yeah, that's a bit quiet, but you can still read it if, you know, you can't hear it. So yeah, this is the Hammerbot, and for some reason his hammer kind of glitches to become bigger every now and then. So basically, you use him to hammer stuff, and that hammer is really glitchy, it seems. And he's used quite a lot. You gonna come over here? I guess I need to step over there. Most of these things are, you know, the tones are different in the PS2 version than they are in the PS3 version, so it's a bit strange, but, you know, I don't know why. I like the PS2 versions more. I guess maybe it's just because of nostalgia. Also, for some reason these crates have, you know, over 100 bolts in them each. If only Ratchet and Clank 1 had that kind of bolt scaling. But no, Ratchet and Clank 1's economy kind of sucks.
To control microbots, hold triangle and select a command.
Yeah, it's as if I didn't know this, you know. You know, I didn't just use a hammer bot or anything. Activate the elevator. And there we get the hammer bot back, because that place was actually useful. So we have to get these little microbots onto this thing, and then we have to say goodbye to the hammer bot forever, who will never join us again. Goodbye.
This door requires
Yeah, blah blah blah. I can't open that menu without closing the speech box, so yeah. There's a reason to that. And there are some crates here for the game to test your greed. There's actually a little trick here. Usually you're supposed to use microbots to kill these guys, but you can kill them with Clank. If you edge yourself ever so closely... There. It's a bit tricky to do, and, you know, but it's still fun that, you know, enemies that your microbots are supposed to take care of can be just smacked with once and then killed. And more elevator talk. I'm a bit more energetic than I am usually, because this is being recorded at 4 PM, which I usually record at 2 PM, which is, you know, a few hours after I get up. I must now kill every one of these with just Clank. And the reason that one took 3 hits to kill and not 1 is because the others hit the wall and that kills them for some reason. And the elevators do not go up like they normally would if the spider bots were on them. What am I thinking of attack? You don't need to get them to attack. Not very organized, are they? Now this is a weird part. You can either step on the button or you can hit the thing, and they'll both do the same thing. I'm gonna choose to hit that. And jump for no reason. Emergency generators online. You know, why they wouldn't, you know, keep containing them, I don't know. But we're back to Ratchet, and we don't have Clank on our side, so... no flight puzzles or anything. Thank God. And there's some bolts here. Now, I don't know why there's a vendor here. Why would there be one on here? And now... I might as well buy a bit of ammo, you know. We have access to the Zodiac, which I will definitely not be buying. That was also available on the last planet. And the shield charger. If this was, you know, me trying to buy 2 weapons and beat the game, I would buy the shield charger probably, because it would save me from being hit. But I'm decided to do this with just 1 weapon, which will be this heavy bouncer, because I believe this can take out every enemy in the game on its own, including the final boss. I don't know why the physics is like this. In all reality, this should not work in the slightest. Also, what were they hanging on to? Just the ceiling? Were they waiting there for some reason? How do these platforms work? Video game logic, man. I warned you about video game logic, man. I don't know where that comes from, but, you know, it's a thing, I guess. It's probably from something not very important. When in all reality I actually know that it comes from Homestuck somehow. I don't know where it comes from in that, but yeah. Let us not talk about that. And this is one weird structure. Now this is a part of the game I actually, you know, it's pretty interesting. It's like the platform just come out of nowhere. But, you know, you could just enter first person mode with a, after you've unlocked it, and then you can just use the wrench to climb up here. Because I don't know why. You guys have a lot of health. And I just smashed something. I think it was the lights that were in the other room. And if we look down here... No, I guess it doesn't show down here. That just shows a different part of the ship, I guess. But when we open this... then this is lifted up. And it doesn't really make any sense. Because, well, if we look upwards... Hang on. Let me get a better camera angle. I guess that would work. Yeah, you can see the place that Ratchet was at, but it doesn't make any sense, because how did that grate lift up? It doesn't look like it's connected to anything. Also, if you have a certain type of weapon, I don't remember what it is, I think you had to fire them when you nuke or something, you can actually break those crates, so I guess these pots are connected, but it doesn't make that much sense. And these platforms are also kind of useless as well, because you only need to stand on that one. And like, there's nothing hidden there. So why bother? And the bridge bot. I still prefer the PS2 ones. I've already said that in this episode. So why am I saying it again? You probably already got the point. Retract bridge. You're supposed to retract on this side, you idiot. I guess if I just do that, then he'll... yeah. He's supposed to retract this way, but, you know... I guess even in the future the AI is not so smart. This probably is the future. Then again, I guess it could just be another dimension like Rick and Morty. I think I already talked about this some other time before. And this bridge bot is just doomed to obscurity, you know, to death, because you use it and you lose it. It's gone. And that's a close jump. Let's just look at the other useless commands. There's wait, which you'll never use. There's follow, which you'll never use because you'll never use wait. And there's salute, which basically means to just stop what you're doing. And also lift. I guess you could say lift is useless as well. So out of these 8 commands, you're only going to be using 4 of them. Dad, you die. Hammer. Use hammer. Use hammer. Use hammer. If only there were less hammer blocks. Hey look, use hammer again. That's just going to be the title of this episode. It's going to be titled Use Hammer. It's amazing how many times I actually think of the titles just because of how monotonous this is to just use the hammer over and over and over again. It gets boring and tedious. Hey, at least there'll be no more Clank segments in this whole game anymore. Sick of them already. Continue point, and can you actually go back down the elevator? Oh, you can. Interesting. And a floating wrench.
Check this out. Another wrench.
Question, how do you know that that wrench is stronger than the one you already had? I almost didn't make that. Oh well. I have plenty of ammo. And I will not be using the wrench. Physics. Okay, at least I have an excuse that I have the gravity boots to work. But what excuse does the bouncer have that this works? Also, look at that. In the PS2 version, it was more smoggy there so that you couldn't see. But now you can just see, they're just being generated. And they're just disappearing. Yeah, kind of lazy there. Well, what can you say? It's a remaster, it's not a as good as the original. I've been playing Final Fantasy X Remastered, and I've gotten to the stage of the game where you're mostly just grinding at the end of the game, you know, for a whatchamacallits, and I'm having to open up the wiki, to the Final Fantasy wiki, to find out what exactly drops what and how many of what I need to get what. It's really, really tedious, and for some reason, McAfee blocks the Final Fantasy wiki.
So, did you run into your little friend out there?
I do not know what you mean.
Question, where did that robot go? Also, there's no particles for some reason after you rescue Clank. And this works every time. This happens every time until you leave the planet. Also, this is where Clank came from, and it's shut. And there was no way to shut it. Also, why would you shut it? Anyway, our ship is still trapped in a force field of some sort, because, you know, of course our ship had to be in the one place that, you know, the one place that was easily accessible. Oh god, this one is up. And there was some delay there, so I accidentally entered it without, you know, actually having any knowledge of it happening, you know, so that was bad. That wasn't actually that hard. I didn't have to cut any of it out. And now here's an... can we count this as an obligatory lava level? Nah, there's not enough lava. I guess, nah. Notice I'm going to call every lava level obligatory lava level or some sort, and every ice stage obligatory ice stage. Which is because I've done it twice already. Except only for the ice stages. I did that for my first Ratchet and Clank, and I did it for Maximo, and apparently a lot of people have titled videos the same sort of thing. And the only reason God, that ambient sound is loud on my ears. Why would you have loud ambient sounds? And the only reason I titled them obligatory, etc., is because first off, they are basically obligatory, and second off, because of... has anyone played The Bard's Tale? If you played it, you understand, because there's a level in it called Obligatory Lava Level. Literally, the game is very self-aware, and you actually, you know, it's kind of useless.
Ratchet, Clank, I hope this gets through to you. I'm transmitting from the Thugs for Less fleet. This ship just returned from a megacorp distribution center, and I think I found the answer to...
Hey, who's there?
Meow.
Aw. Wait a minute. What are you doing here? Sending a message to your little pals, huh? Well, say goodbye, boys. Take her to headquarters.
Whoa! Did you see that?
Yes, Angela knows how to defeat the Protopet.
And?
And she does a terrible cat impression.
And we have to rescue her from the thugs.
Agreed. We need that answer.
And we have to protect her.
Okay. I will upload the coordinates.
Yeah, I just cannot unhear Tidus's voice whenever Ratchet talks in this game. It's kind of like, actually, never mind, I can unhear that. You know, I'm talking about how... Well, I did not intend to use those there. Tidus is the exact same voice actor as Ratchet in this game. Not in the first game, but in this game. And, you know what? Yeah, screw this. This isn't a very good thing I'm talking about, don't worry. So, I'm just going to end this episode here because, you know, this is one planet per episode, and this is a kind of a short planet. So I'll see you guys in the next episode where we're going to go after Angela, blah, 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 like, comment, subscribe, etc., etc., blah, blah, blah. See you guys then. Bye.